Divya is asking, how do I treat my child's dry skin? When you're treating a child's skin, most of the children have dry skin. Treating a child's skin is very important. So when you are treating or dealing with a child's skin, there are a few things which are important. The product how you're selecting, how often you're using, and what you're using. The basic important rule when you're selecting a product for a child's skin is you can use a cream or a lotion which has more nourishing and moisturizing complexes. Go for something which does not really have chemicals, does not really have alcohol, because those can become a little harsh or a little strong for your child's skin. So go for something which has good amount of glycerin, good amount of shea butter. It has also a good amount of oil-rich creams and lotions, because they not only help in moisturizing but they hydrate the skin as well. So you can always go for a lotion or a cream based products as your child's skin is very dry. Budding Star, she's asking me that can my baby have a sponge bath? She's 4 months old. I live in North India. Your baby can definitely have a sponge bath, but it depends upon how many times do you give them a bath. A child in the first year, I would say, does not really need to bathe every day. You bathe them, if you're giving a sponge bath, you can give to two to three times in a week. The reason why we say this is because the child's skin is very sensitive. It becomes dry easily. So we do not really want the skin to become very dry and the essential things to get evaporated. So giving a child bath, sponge bath, 2 to 3 times in a week is sufficient. And later on, even they can be given bath maybe 2 to 3 times in a week till she completes her 1 year. Akansha is thanking for the live session. It's my pleasure to have a session over here. She has a query. She's saying my baby developed eczema. What should I do? So a baby's skin, as I said, is very dry, and eczema or allergic rashes are very common. There are various reasons why a baby can develop an eczema. It could be because of diaper, nappies, the product what you're using, the clothes what she's wearing, because of low immunity, because of certain products as well. So the first thing what we need to know is how the eczema is developed. A baby cannot be really given many products, or we cannot use chemically oriented products or something which has medicines. So the first primary line of treatment would definitely be a good soothing moisturizer or a lotion which is having good amount of nourishing components. The second thing I would suggest that if the eczema is quite or it's advanced, please consult a nearest dermatologist or a doctor, because seeing the baby through and personally is much better and a prescription would help her. Khushbu Vora is asking what is good for kids' hair. Now, as we see, it's always been an age-old norm that oiling your hair gives a good conditioning, improves the texture of the hair. Nowadays, there are a lot of baby shampoos available in the market. So, as we have so many options, it becomes very difficult for us to choose. Oiling, yes, is a primary thing what you can do. If you feel the skin is a little dry, oiling will help in boosting the moisture content of the skin. But if the child's hair is oily, I would suggest do not oil it. Only if the skin or the hair is dry, the scalp is dry, that's when I suggest oiling. Otherwise, oiling is not really required. Go for shampoos which are tear-free shampoos, or shampoos which do not really have alcohol or any chemical products in them. So when you're selecting a proper shampoo, please go for a shampoo which does not have paraben or does not really have sulfates. This is the primary thing what I tell every mother when they are selecting a shampoo for their children. Surbi is saying that her daughter has a very itchy skin. She used some other products as well, and she drinks adequate water. What else can I do? If the skin is very itchy, it means that probably she's allergic to something or the skin is dry. One of the primary symptoms what you see in a dry skin is itching and redness. So we have to look after the dryness. When it comes to dryness, use lotions and moisturizers which are thick, which have good amount of glycerin, also which have argan oil or oils which will help in conditioning and nourishing of the skin. So the primary thing if she has itchy skin is you have to battle or you have to combat the dryness of the skin. For dryness, go for lotions and creams which have good amount of moisturizing contents. Rashmi is asking how many times can we bath a 1-year-old baby? There is a myth, there are certain protocols what people follow. They believe in giving a child bath every day, but I would suggest, or any doctor would suggest, that it's not required that you give your child bath every day, because this actually removes the protective barrier or the protective shield that the baby has. The baby's skin is very dry and there is evaporation of water and sweat as well. So if you give your child bath frequently every day, it's going to remove this barrier or the shield, the protective shield that a baby has. So suggesting that if your child is 1 year, you can give your child a bath maybe 2 to 3 times in a week. That's the best. Pallavi is asking that how can she ensure that the baby's skin is hydrated and moisturized. This is one of the most important and most basic question that every mother keeps asking. How do I? Especially the mothers of firstborn child. They are so panicky or they are so much into the anxiousness that how to maintain the skin. Hydration is very important and to keep it healthy is also very important. So when we are choosing products to keep your baby skin hydrated, I would say you can use certain lotions or creams. Glycerin is a very important component which any product should have, which maintains the moisturizer and hydration. If you feel the baby's skin is dry, then you can keep applying the given lotion or using a soap also which has good amount of glycerin. So using a soap and a moisturizer which have the hydrating and nourishing components, this can be used maybe 2 to 3 times in a day as and when required. Soap definitely you can use it 2 to 3 times in a week when you give your child a bath, but the moisturizer and the lotions could be used maybe 2 to 3 times in a day as well. After every nappy change or every diaper rash that you have, I would say that clean the child's skin, pat it dry, and then use the lotion. That will actually help in hydration because the skin will absorb better amount of cream and lotion with the skin. So Roshan is asking me, is that a totem a tear-free bar? A totem is basically a very good good soap, which is every dermatologist or every skincare doctor is prescribing. The basic reasons is because it is used for sensitive skin. It is basically help in sensitive skins. It also has a good amount of zinc product in that. It has glycerin. It has shea butter. Made for infants, toddlers and babies. And yes, as you're asking me, is it a tear-free bar? It is a tear-free bar. You can easily use it for children. Khushbu is asking me that Holi is coming up. My kid loves to play with colors. How should I protect his skin? Holi is coming. It's not only kids. I think even adults are like eagerly waiting to play. And one of the things that really goes on a toss is the skin because of Holi. How much I always say that the Holi colors are chemical free, they are this free, they are free, they are organic, but some harm, some damage is definitely caused by the colors. Not only you can do things later on, but yes, there are preventive and precautionary measures also that you can start. The basic thing I would suggest is that keep your skin hydrated, keep your skin, try not to keep your skin dry. The hydration is very important because when you keep your skin hydrated, there's a very natural oil layer which is present. So that basically helps in repulsing the excess of color that is there. So always use shampoos and conditioners as well for your hair, which will help in maintaining the good oil texture and pH balance of your scalp. For skin, what you can do is use good amount of moisturizers and creams and lotions, which will make your skin soft, dry and hydrated. Also, you can use nice organic oils post the Holi to remove the oil from your body. Ritu Tiwari is asking, can we use soap daily for baby bathing? Baby bathing daily, it depends upon what age. As a doctor, what we suggest is that you keep it maybe twice or thrice in a week till second or third year. Later on, you can give your baby bath every day. So definitely, if you're using a soap, it should be restricted to 2 to 3 times in a week, not more than that. Mrinali Sharma is asking me, how can I avoid skin problems for my baby? A child is very susceptible and easily prone to skin problems. Not only skin problems, but most of the problems. The major point starts from immunity. The immunity of the child reduces. Also, products what we use are very important. We have to be very careful when using the products. So if you want to prevent the skin problems, go for standardized products, the ones which are specifically tested, sanctioned, approved by dermatologists. The basic golden rules when you're suggesting the products or taking products for your child are: it has to have no alcohol, no sulfate, no paraben, no fragrance, moisturizing contents, and should have a standard pH balance. So these things when you see on any product, it's that when you select that product. Can you please, Nishita is asking for a few suggestions to keep the baby skin moisturized during summers. During summers, any which ways, I think the skin is a little oily or you sweat a lot. But what happens when you sweat is the excess amount of toxins, not only does the toxins go out, but also it somewhere thins the protective layer of your child. So that is the time when you actually use good amount of products. Now when I say good amount of products, the skin care of the baby becomes very important. During summers, try not to use more of moisturizers, creams. You can use lotions because they're lighter on the skin. Creams become a little heavier during summers. Creams are good during winters. So if you want to take good care of your baby's skin during summers, go for lotions more over than a cream. What should be an ideal skincare for a baby? The ideal skincare for a baby is that you start right from looking for the products, using the products, and how you deal with them. So as I always say that the skincare begins when you select. When you're selecting, go for products which are basically dermatologically tested, which again I'm saying should have good amount of glycerin, no sulfate, no paraben, no fragrance. How you use the products is also very important. If you're using a soap, I would suggest use a soap 2 to 3 times in a day, 2 to 3 times in a week. Use moisturizers, use lotions. Diaper rashes and nappy rashes are very important, which need to be tackled if you are seeing it. The skin of the baby should be cleansed properly, should be patted dry, and then you again put a new diaper or a new nappy. Amisha is saying that the baby has developed scaly skin on his cheeks and sheens. How to manage it? Scaly skin on the sheen and cheeks is a very common thing. This happens when the skin becomes very dry or when the natural moisturization or the hydration of the child is less. If you see the rashes or on your cheeks and your shin is very much common for the first 3 to 4 years. This is because of the evaporation of the contents. When the dryness comes up, you also have to use products which do not really cause any itching or burning. Because as this area is a little dry, if you use any product, it might increase the dryness or burning of the skin. So you have to go for products which not really have an alcohol base or a sulfate base. Products with this might actually aggravate the dryness and aggravate the rashes on the cheeks and the shin. So go for products which really have good amount of glycerin, as they will hydrate and moisturize the skin. Which is a good brand soap to be used for babies? As we suggest that when it comes to brand, the good brand is said when it is dermatologically tested. So I would say that you can go for the brand which is there, which is called as Bioderma Atoderm soap. It is a very good soap with good amount of glycerin and shea butter, which maintains the moisturization and hydration. Also, the best thing what I like about this soap is that it has zinc. So the zinc itself helps in creating a barrier for the microorganisms to enter the body of the baby's skin. So if it is actually creating a barrier, it does not let the microorganisms enter, you not only just take care of the skin but also the immunity of the baby. So I would suggest, yes, you can definitely go and buy a Atoderm soap, which most of the doctors are prescribing nowadays. How is Atoderm useful for my baby? My baby is 8 months old. There are so many brands available in the market, so difficult to choose. I totally agree that as there are so many brands available in the market, it becomes difficult to select. But when you're selecting, the common standard rule is that you go for something which is approved by dermatologist. It does not really have any sulfates or parabens. It has good amount of moisturizing contents. It should have glycerin as a byproduct. It should have shea butter or something which maintains the hydration and moisturizing content. A totem is definitely a good soap which is available right now, and it can be used right from the first to second month to the toddlers, to the infants, to even adults. It is that good. It is good for sensitive skin. As we all know that a baby's skin is very sensitive. So it requires the most two important things for a baby's skin is nourishment and moisturization, which this soap definitely offers. So yes, a totem is something which every doctor will prescribe, and I would suggest go ahead with this soap. Any particular tips for baby's skin? Baby's skin is normally very dry, sometimes because of excessive sweating. It takes away the healthy layer of the child, during which it becomes more dry and sometimes you're immune to more infections. So when you're taking care of the child's skin in summer, the most important thing is that you go for lotions which are a little lighter. Go for products with glycerin because they help in hydration, moisturization. They also help in sealing the moisturization and the hydration in the baby, so that the excessive evaporation does not happen. And during summers, what mostly we say is go mostly for lotions, because lotions are a little lighter, creams are a little denser. It's summer, but she's still suffering from skin dryness. What to do? Normally in summers the dryness is not as much as you see in winters, but some people really have atopic skin which is rationally very sensitive, and some people have eczematous skin as well, due to which the dryness is a little more compared to the other people. So if you have more of dryness, keep moisturizing your skin daily. Moisturization should be a very important regime of your day, which should happen I think 3 to 4 times in a day if your skin is very dry. Use moisturizers which are a little heavier, which having good contents, because sometimes the moisturizers that are good for normal skin might not be really good for your skin. So go for moisturizers which have been written with atopic, something which is written with atopic skin or atopic dermatitis. Such moisturizers which they will really help you in maintaining the skin texture. Arpita is asking, what can I use for diaper rash? Diaper rash is very common. It happens mainly when you don't really clean the surface area, you don't really clean the skin well. And it happens also when you just clean and you change the diaper immediately. So what I suggest every parent is that if you're removing and changing a diaper, the first thing is that you remove the old diaper, clean the skin well, use a good amount of cleanser. After that, pat the area dry. The area should be completely dry. Leave it exposed for maybe 5 minutes and then use a nappy or a diaper. This is the best way to prevent nappy rash or diaper rash. But now that if the patient or the baby already has developed a diaper rash, use products which will moisturize and reduce the darkness, reduce the dryness. So go for moisturizers which are good for children or which are good for babies, which really have a good high moisturizing content, high hydration content, and it should mainly have glycerin as a component. So you can definitely keep applying, reapplying such products, such moisturizers on the skin. Is phthalates harmful for baby skin? Now this is something which is a very common question most of the people have. I would suggest yes, it is a little harmful, so try avoiding it as much as possible. What causes dryness in skin? My baby has extremely dry skin. This is one of the very common thing that a mother comes with, saying that the skin of the baby is very dry. As I always say, that the skin is very sensitive and dryness is one of the commonest thing that you see in a baby. Because the skin being very thin and very delicate, the moisturization or the nourishment is not really that enough locked. As it is very dry, you have to always see to it that you use products that have good amount of nourishment and moisturization. Along with that, go for products which also have zinc, because they help in combating or they help in reducing the proliferation. Proliferation as in they reduce or they help in reducing the multiplication of the microorganisms. So this is one of the very important things what you can use for a baby. Khushbu is asking, Bioderma Atoderm is useful for what age kids? Now, Atoderm is something what you can start using right from the birth to the age which goes on. So it is something what you can use in an infant, a toddler, a child, even adults. There is no age limit or there is no age gap. You can use it because it is very good for every sensitive skin, every normal skin as well. So yes, go and use Bioderma Atoderm. Goldie is asking, does talcum powder cause darkening of baby skin? It depends on what powder you're using. If it is chemical free, if what contents does it have. Normally we suggest that if you can avoid using talcum powder is the better thing. Your baby doesn't really need talcum powder. It does not really cause darkness as such. But yes, if it does have certain harsh chemicals, it might react on a baby's skin. Any tips for lip care? They're tearing off the lips at the hill station or cold weather. Now baby, yeah, they do have as the lips, the skin itself is very thin. The lips are also very sensitive and they tear very easily. What you can do is basically, you can always use a good amount of glycerine on the lips, which will help in locking the moisturization, and this will prevent from further cracking of the lips. My daughter has small ring-like dry patches on the body. They don't itch, but they look terrible. What could they be? So here it seems that probably the daughter has a certain infection. It could be a fungal infection also. Fungal infection happens if the skin is not cleansed properly, if it's not left dry properly. I would suggest go and consult a dermatologist, show the skin to the dermat. Does cradle cap occur to dry skin? Cradle cap does occur to dry skin, as I say that the child's skin is very sensitive and the scalp is very flaky. So one of the primary or common thing what we see in a child is cradle cap, which is very common. We see what cradle cap exactly is like. The skin flakes. You see there are tiny flakes which appear like dandruff. The skin starts flaking if it is very dry. So it is very common to see in winters. What we suggest is that you wash, when you're washing the child or when you're sponging the child, take out the dead layer of the skin very easily and very effectively, and then you can use certain oils which are available for children or for infants basically. So it helps in sealing the moisturizer and making the skin more, especially scalp, very moisturized. So as we call it day, it was really nice being here, answering all the questions, your queries. I hope I have answered most of your questions and queries, and I'm looking forward to be back over here soon. Thank you so much.